On this morning's show, we're going to be talking about a couple of transfers, but first, always bring in your Q&A questions as normal. We're going to be talking about Ainsley Maitland-Niles' move to Roma, and a certain David Ornstein has confirmed that this move is almost very likely to happen. Also, Arsenal are favorites for Isak. We're going to speak about Alexander Isak in a bit. We're also going to talk about Pierre-Emerick headed to Saudi Arabia to Al Hadid FC, the possibility of this transfer happening very, very soon. We're going to also talk about Vlahovic and a possible swap deal for him and Lucas Torreira plus 55 million euros, in addition to the talks for Gini Wijnaldum to Arsenal. If you guys don't already know, he's been linked to a loan move away from PSG to Arsenal. The shirt, it will be given out after the North London Derby. Continue to enter the team that you support's name in the comment section after the video, and subscribe to get entered into the draw. Let's get the show started. Bang! Yo, what's going on, guys? The Kitty G on EGTV, and I'm back again with another video. There's going to be a short little transfer video to talk to you guys about some of the possible transfers going on this morning. I had some time this morning, so I needed to get some stuff together to show you guys some of these transfer stories that are going around. Arsenal have been linked to a lot of players. There's been a lot of rumors. There's been a lot of things floating around with Arsenal in regards to incoming transfers, outgoing transfers, players that could be leaving the clubs, players that could be coming into the club. So we're going to be talking about that as we speak today. So shout out to the people in the chat. Shout out to everybody listening. Talk to me. Tell me where you're watching from. That would be really important to me. Let interacting with you guys and always keeping it real with me. Now, shout out to some of the regulars. We got Tim in the house. We got Vincent already in the house saying, "What's up, bruv?" I'm good, Vincent. I'm good, Tim. Hopefully you're well. Share this on all your platforms, and do me a favor, guys. Smash that like button, because only 50% of you guys who are actually subscribed actually watch the channel consistently and follow the channel. The other 50% of you guys are not subscribed. So if you guys could subscribe and we can get a lot of you guys subscribed, that would really help out the channel. But yeah, let's get this show started. First things first, I need to ask you guys, if you haven't entered the draw yet for the football shirt, I will be giving away a football shirt to 2 lucky winners, one on Twitter, one on Facebook. So all you have to do is follow me on Twitter, subscribe to the channel, and underneath this post, underneath this video, at the end of the video, name the club that you support and comment the club that you support. And then I'll be picking 2 winners, one from Twitter, one from YouTube at the end of the year. So yeah, let's get this show started. We're gonna have Sahal's gonna be joining me in any moment now. He's just having some connection issues. But as we get Sahal connected, you guys do me that favor and give me a follow, and follow me on Twitter also. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at EGTV Egal and EGTV __. Those are the 2 places where you can follow me to get all the Arsenal news that you need to get. Now, also, I've been bantering Manchester United a lot lately. If you guys haven't realized, I did banter the hell out of Manchester United fans yesterday, and got a couple people triggered. But you know what? That's just more to the fun from everything. So yeah, let's get some of these guys. We got Vincent in the house. Vincent, what's good? You doing good?
Bro, I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you.
Where you calling
And
from?
you? Tunisia.
Tunisia. Okay, and we got Sahal in the house. Sahal, what's up?
What's up? What's up?
Okay, so guys, just so we know how this goes, we talk about the stories. I'll put up the story. We got like 10-15 minutes we'll spend on each one, and then we keep it moving to the next one. Okay, so the first story we're gonna talk about in a second. It's gonna be Ainsley Maitland-Niles and everything. If you haven't heard, David Ornstein reported on Ainsley Maitland-Niles going to Roma. We're gonna speak about that. We're gonna speak about Alexander Isak to Arsenal, and then finally we're going to talk about Dusan Vlahovic and Gini Wijnaldum and Aubameyang. So first things first, Roma. Roma is the place Ainsley Maitland-Niles is being linked to go to. Ainsley Maitland-Niles has been linked to a move away from Arsenal numerous times to go to Roma. Yes, Ainsley Maitland-Niles has been linked to moves numerous times to go to Roma. The recent links from David Ornstein and the Athletic have been that he is linking him away from Arsenal to Roma, and that he is confirming that the offer has been made by Roma. Roma have submitted a bid, and the bid is a loan with an option to buy in the summer. Arsenal have yet to reply to Roma. This was 19 hours ago. He said that Arsenal have been submitted a bid from Roma. They want him in ASAP. They want a 24-year-old right back / midfielder as soon as possible. Roma want to get this deal done as soon as possible, and that is the rumors right now. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Talk to me. Sahal?
Yo, let me, first of all, I read some other reports that Arsenal are unwilling to sell Ainsley for less than 20 million euros, and they want a obligation on that loan. Right now, I don't think it's gonna happen because the money difference is too big. But if I was Arsenal Football Club, I would say, give me about 15 million euros an obligation on the loan, because at this point we know what Ainsley is, and he doesn't want to play fullback, and that's the main reason we can't have him at the football club. He ain't good enough as a midfielder. Yes, he can do a job, but we know he's a problem, always causing more problems. If one time it might be Arteta, if it's twice it might be a coincidence. There's about 4 or 5 times he's been causing trouble with the camp, with the people, his girlfriend and whatever, and all these kind of stupidness that's going around with him. We can't have that in the football club, right? I would love to have him if he got his head straight, if he was willing to play fullback. You would be a perfect. Yeah, you can hear me. Igal, is Igal frozen? Vincent, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say Ainsley would be a perfect backup right back for Tomiyasu. He'd be a perfect versatile player, a Swiss Army knife. He'd be perfect for that kind of role in the squad. He could have a long career at Arsenal, but part of me, he just doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. He thinks he's the best midfielder at the club. He thinks way too big of himself. He's not willing to accept his role at the club. Then he needs to go. I had enough of him. Sell him for 10 million. Sell him for less. Like he has only, after this summer, he has 18 months left or something ridiculous. He has less than 12 months left anyways. The report said, I forgot who was it? Zed said he got about 18 months left or something like that. So I think we need to sell him and move on.
I think we need to sell him also. Vincent, what do you think? Vincent, you there? Oh, he cut. Yeah, big up Vincent, big up Big Zibber, big up Tim Smith. What do you guys think about Ainsley Maitland-Niles' move? I'm just gonna keep it simple. I've read David Ornstein's report on the Athletic. It looks like Roma have submitted a option to buy Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and you know they want him in as soon as possible. I don't think it's a bad deal for us. Ainsley Maitland-Niles wants to get game time. He doesn't want to be at Arsenal anymore. I think Arsenal are looking to sell him. If we can get him on loan, his loan is successful, and we can make 15 million off him or something like that. That would be really good, because at the end of the day, his loan would pay for his wages for the rest of the season, and then eventually they will buy him long term. So I think it's a good deal for Arsenal. I think it's a good deal for the youngster also. Jose Mourinho also gets another English talent over there at Roma. You already know Roma does really well at bringing in English talent. So yeah, that's enough about that story. Now, Sahal, before we move on to the next story, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well.
Okay. So the next story, you know who it is. We're going to be talking about the man himself, Alexander Isak. Yes, Alexander Isak has been linked to Arsenal numerous times, guys. Just to let you guys know, over the past couple of days, he's been linked to Arsenal numerous times. And today, the story is nothing has really changed. He is still the favorite to join Arsenal due to the fact that the reports say that he is the favorite to join Arsenal because Arsenal are interested in getting his services. They're interested in getting a striker, and he's one of these strikers that we could be getting. The reason why Arsenal are favorites is because Real Sociedad have blocked any move for a move to Barcelona. Barcelona were interested, but they've blocked any moves from him going to Barcelona. They've had a gentleman's agreement that he will not be joining Barcelona. If he does move, he will be moving outside of La Liga, and Arsenal are one of the favorites to sign him because we are one of the clubs interested in his services. We were interested in the summer. I heard things like Arsenal were interested in paying around 65 million for him in the summer. So right now, if we could get him for around the same price, I would be very interested. Now, let me tell you guys a little bit about Alexander Isak. If you guys don't know Alexander Isak, he is a playmaking striker. Understand that he is a playmaking striker. He's a striker who's good at progressive passes, carrying the ball forward, progressing the play, dribbling. His touches in the penalty box. He takes a lot of touches in the penalty box. He gets assists. He creates shots off his own actions, and he's really good at scoring non-penalty goals. A lot of people who are strikers, they get given penalties. He doesn't get given penalties, but he still got almost near 20 goals in a calendar year. That is impressive. Now, that is all. I personally think Alexander Isak, who's 6'4", playmaker, who has the pace, the power, everything in order for it to be our striker. I think he's the guy that we should go for. But a lot of people don't think he's the guy. I think he's the guy. I really do think he's the guy because of what he offers, the profile player that he is, his similarities to one of our greats, Henry, in his ability to pick up the ball and dribble forward. We haven't had a striker like that since Henry and Van Persie, who can really just change a game by themselves. He's one of those game changers. He's not a prolific goal scorer. He is not a prolific goal scorer. He is not a guy who's going to score 20 goals a season every year. That's not what he's done in his career so far. What he has been, though, he's done well in stints. And at Real Sociedad, where he's not been the main guy, majority of the time he's failed over in Dortmund. He's not done so well in some of the times where he's been in other big clubs in the past. It is a risk. But I think there's an element of risk with all our signings, and I think he has the highest potential out of all of them, and that's why I like him the most. So, what do you think?
Yo, Igal, I said this on the other spaces, on the other video. I like Isak. I like all of them, but for the money that we can spend for one position, right, 75 million. Usually our marquee signings have not been working out. Auba, Laka, even Ozo, you can say to a certain extent, right? We seen one happen, right? I think I rather right now I would take a striker that we don't know of, and we go to the same route as we did last summer. We buy a young striker that's young and hungry and cheap. We can buy two strikers for the price of one of these strikers, and we can see which one's better. For that amount of money, you see what happened with Lukaku, with a number of strikers that have not worked out in this league. Strikers take a long time to adapt the game to the striker. Why can we not get a younger striker in the door? Two strikers in the door that can compete each other. We do the same model. We got a model. Now we need to follow it. Let's do the same next summer. Get young, hungry players in that squad, right? We got a big squad that needs to be filled in. I think, honestly, yes, I would take them. But for the amount of money, and I know how Arsenal move, we're not going to spend 200 million or 300 million. Our budget is within 150 million, maybe a bit more, maybe if we get Champions League football, if we're lucky. So I'm just saying 70 million of that is quite steep, Igal, and we need to think about wages and everything else, right? if you're gonna buy a big player like that, they're gonna ask for big wages, and the problem is we seen what happens when we give big wages to players. I honestly think we need to keep with the same model. Young, hungry
Khalid
players
here says,
that
if you
can
guys
improve the squad.
listen to this, so Khalid says, if you guys get Isak, he'll be a problem. You see, a lot of people rate Isak. Then you have another guy here saying Vlahovic has said he won't leave Fiorentina this season. I don't think we're gonna get any of these signings in the in this window. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think any of them are gonna be in this window. Okay, so how Alexander Isak, yes, no, maybe. What do you
I'm
say?
gonna say controversially, I'm gonna say no.
Controversially, you're gonna say no. Okay, I hear that. I understand. I understand. Now, moving on to the next topic. The next topic is a crazy one. It looks like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has a new landing spot. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is going to be leaving Arsenal and he's going to be going to Saudi. Yes, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is going to be leaving Arsenal and he's going to be going to Saudi Arabia to play for Al Hadid. As our guy Peak says, he's going to Saudi, man. He's done with the Premier League. He's done with top level football. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang might be finished at the top level. He might be now settling for the lesser, going to Saudi Arabia. Apparently, they're gonna give him a large pay package. That's what they're saying. So let me read what it says. It says Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has been linked to a move to 1 second. Where is it? According to Nicola Sharix, says Saudi Arabian club Al Hadid has offered Aubameyang a 3-year contract to sign the striker. The striker will be getting a pay package equivalent or close to what he's currently on. Plus, they will make it worth his while to join. So he would be now the paper boy, the seller, the main attraction in that league. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang will now be going to Al Hadid, a club that is well known for signing big players in the past. And Saudi Arabia, they don't really have that many big hitters in that league. So Aubameyang will be going back to Africa playing. You know what? I don't know if he'll do it. You want to know why? I think he still has one big move left in him. And this is why when he's also linked to Newcastle, I question if Aubameyang would go to Newcastle. So yeah, what do you think about this link? Aubameyang to Al Hadid and also to Newcastle. I don't think he's gonna do it.
Yo,
Still go to
look,
AC
bro,
Milan
the
or
problem is, bro, and people don't, I've been trying to explain to people, Aubameyang has a contract at Arsenal. In order for him to leave, right, this is not NBA, NFL, that contract, we have to do something with that contract. Remember Ozil, what happened with the Ozil situation? We had to pay his contract off, right? So first we have to deal with that. So in order to pay his contract, I don't know how much it is, right? How many years is left of his contract? We first have to somehow pay off his contract. And that's the only way Auba is willing to leave. Auba ain't leaving
You're an Englishman. What's good?
unless someone pays that contract off, just like Ozil. Like, if we are willing to pay Auba's contract off, then he's probably willing to leave to Newcastle or Al Hilal. Just like we stuck with the Ozil situation 2.0. This is gonna drag on. The easy solution would be loan him out to Newcastle or Al Hilal. Say, you know what? We pay half of the wages. You guys pay the other half, and then when his contract runs out, let him go for free to somewhere else. That would be the easiest option. But if we're trying to get rid of him, I don't think that's possible. It's gonna be the Ozil situation again.
Yeah, all right, what are you saying? What are you saying, my guy? Nigerian, how you doing?
Oh yeah, now Happy New Year, by the way, everyone in the
Happy
panel,
New Year
everyone
to you too,
in
man.
the comments. I would say I agree with him because we kind of shot ourselves in the foot with the contract in the first place. So I don't see any club buying him outright. All I see is a loan and then he'll run down his contract, and then he'll leave somewhere on a free. I don't see him going to that HILAL. I don't see that, and I definitely don't see him going to Newcastle. But some of the deals that I was hearing in the rumorville, like some swap deals for some loan options with Barcelona players. I mean, it's something we should look into because I don't believe Auba's ego will allow him to push himself back into this Arsenal team. I think it's just been bruised too much. And you know, he's a flashy, egotistic kind of guy. He's not a guy that's going to pull his socks up and say, okay, let me give it 100% in training and they'll pick me again. I just think he's at the stage of his career where he feels disrespected, even though he's done a lot of disrespecting himself. But I think definitely his time is up at Arsenal playing wise. But I hope we can find a positive solution in January, though. Hopefully.
Yeah, with the Barcelona thing, just quickly, it's the same thing. Unless Barcelona are willing to pay for his wages, I don't see it happening. And they are already struggling to get Fernando Torres in their squad. They can't have him. They have to get rid of players, according to reports. And that's why Frankie Young and Luke Young and all of these guys have been linked with moves away from Barcelona. So I don't see Barca happening. Al Hilal and Newcastle are probably more likely, but it's going to be
Can you really see Auba at
alone.
Newcastle though? Like really?
If
Relegation
he's
scrap.
desperate, if they're desperate,
I think Aubameyang, guys.
desperate.
I think Aubameyang still has one good move away, waiting for him, and I think that move is in either La Liga or Italy. I could see
even
him.
France.
I could see him in Italy. I don't see him in France. No, even in France. I think
you got to think about it. Why would
he's
Auba
gone
leave
past
though?
the
That's what I'm trying to say.
development
Auba would
phase
not
in his
leave.
career.
Auba
Should I
ain't
tell you-
leaving.
Development phase
Should I-
in his career.
Should I tell you why he'd leave? Like because of, I believe the media have hyped this situation higher than it needs to be. If I'm honest, like so he kind of has a chip on his shoulder with a bit of a point to prove. I don't see him doing that Ozil thing, just sitting to run the contract down. I think he wants to show that he still has at least one big year in him. I don't know who he's going to give that big year to, but look, let's not get it twisted. Aubameyang is not finished as a striker. I just believe he's finished in the current system that Arsenal are playing. If Aubameyang was at like a City, he's banging in goals. If he goes to City in January, he's scoring 12 goals, 15 Premier League goals for the end of the season. All he's focusing on is scoring goals. Whereas Arsenal made the mistake of making him a captain as well, having to be an example and all that stuff. Like, Aubameyang doesn't like to be no example. Let me just score goals, drive my Lamborghini, and have fun. The end. That's all he's trying to do, personally.
Yeah, the only thing I'm gonna say is that basically it was a mistake to give him the captaincy.
Massive.
I know with the Shaka thing, we had to get rid of him, but we had to give off, and he was performing at the time. But he was never a leader. Laka was always a better leader than him. Always has been. Always on the pitch, Laka has been the better hard worker, known for that, and better leadership on the pitch and off the pitch. So from day one, it was a bad idea, and this one goes up to Arteta because Arteta actually gave him the captaincy, and these guys gave him the captaincy. Even they knew the problems with Auba, and he was probably. And the worst thing is, at the time, he was probably missing late to meetings, late to practices, whatever. No one was saying anything. Why? Because he was scoring goals. No one gave a crap, and no one gave whatever. But now's the problem. Why he ain't scoring goals? So now's the issue. So I feel like maybe Auba does feel hard done by, but I don't see Auba leaving. I think it's gonna be
you see him sitting in the reserves. Really?
Honestly, it's gonna be he will try to get a loan, and if he can't get a loan, he will sit on the bench. I don't see him leaving
That contract.
because you're making that much money, right? You aren't guaranteed to ever make that much money again ever. No one is gonna guarantee unless he gets a guarantee that someone's willing to spend that much money on him. He ain't leaving anywhere. I don't see it happening.
I agree with the fact that he's definitely not looking to reduce his salary, especially as it's the last big big paycheck of his career as he's already in his 30s. But as you're probably right, if we can't, the best thing we can do is negotiate 50% we pay, 50% the club that we loan him to plays. I think that's probably our best bet. But I really do think Auba's going to push for the move. But let's just hope we can get the right sort of deal to get him out, because he's definitely not going to accept any less money. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What about you, Vincent? What do you think?
I share in the guys' opinions. I don't think I see Aubameyang leaving Arsenal. The fact that he's earning this kind of amount at Arsenal, I don't think any club in Europe in their right senses can pay him that kind of amount. No club will afford to pay him, even with all the sagas that happened at Arsenal. They can't do that. So I think the same situation with Ozil at Arsenal is going to repeat itself again. And this is what we don't want at this club. In the first place, I don't see the reason why Arsenal should give Aubameyang the captain. He doesn't have the leadership quality in him. He's just a goal scorer.
Thanks.
So I don't understand the reason for all these best player being the captain at the club. No. I don't even blame him for all this. I blame the club.
Right.
Because they are the one that caused all this. So I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of Aubameyang saga. I don't just want to talk about it.
Oh shit! You're that sick of it. I hear you.
I'm very, very sick.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you, man. You're right. I think the captain's armband at Arsenal has been disrespected since Patrick Vieira, personally. And I might rattle a few fans of what I'm going to say next. But the whole trend of giving the best player the captain started with Thierry Henry. And don't get me wrong, Henry's a club legend, right? But I wouldn't have picked him as a club captain. Let him just focus on being a club legend, banging in goals. Then we did the same thing with Van Persie. Probably our best captain since Patrick Vieira, as crazy as it's going to sound, is Cesc Fabregas. Personally, he's one that he shouted at players. He proved, like, if you saw his numbers when he was a captain, he really raised his level. He raised his game. But since then, other than him, the way we've chosen captains has just been wrong, man. Like the captain I want going forward is Kieran Tierney, man. That's who I want, but that's for a whole other stream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
let me just
Absolutely.
honestly, guys, if I show you what I'm trying to do right now, you're gonna laugh at me. Midstream, I'm trying to figure out how to sort out my new camera. So yeah, shout out to everybody here. Let's move on to the next topic. We've spent too much time on Aubameyang. Let's get on to Vlahovic. Vlahovic has been linked to Arsenal, guys. If you guys don't know, he's been linked to Arsenal numerous times. Vlahovic has been linked to Arsenal all summer and all this year. Plus, now the window is opened for January. They're going to link him to us all January. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't expect Arsenal to get this done in January. I expect Arsenal to get this done if they're going to get it done in the summer. I don't think even his current club would allow him to leave until then either. So there's going to be a lot of rumors about strikers, but do you see us getting a striker in the January window? I don't think so. Vlahovic has been linked today that we have submitted a bid, supposedly, that we've made an offer. So I'm confused. Are we favorites to sign? We're favorites to sign Alexander Isak, but we're making bids for Dusan Vlahovic. The rumor is Lucas Torreira is going to their club for 15 million. They're willing to spend 15 million for Lucas Torreira. So instead of taking the 15 million for Lucas Torreira, we offered them 55 million plus Lucas Torreira for Vlahovic to see what they say. Trying to be a little smart. So we offered them 55 million euros plus Lucas Torreira for Dusan Vlahovic. Will they accept it? Probably not. Will they turn it down? Probably yes, because they could probably get 80 million euros cash up front for Dusan Vlahovic. So at this moment, I question why we did it. I think it's smart try a thing. I hear you, try a thing, but will it work? Probably not. What do you guys think?
To be honest, I think it's more the press than a real a real offer because of the Torreira situation. The press have seen an opportunity to make more noise for Arsenal fans. You see it every summer, every January, everyone's linked saying that this bid went in, that bid went in. But when they actually speak to the official clubs, they'll be like, no bid was made, no bid was made. Like, I believe that we definitely need to sign a striker in January because we've got way too many issues. Laka gets injured, we're screwed. Are we going to rely on Balogun? Apparently, he's going to be going on loan soon. Nketiah, I don't want to answer any calls from Nketiah for the rest of the season. Please sell him. I hope that the hat-trick raised his value. Do you get what I'm saying? He's not an Arsenal striker, man. He'll probably do a great job at like a Newcastle or even a Brighton or something, but he's not an Arsenal striker. But I would love Vlahovic. Don't get me wrong, I would love it. But I just can't see it. He's the next big thing in European football. Like, are these other rivals and big clubs going to allow Arsenal to take him? I don't know. Like, if City want to just take the piss out of everyone, they could just put a bid in and then win the league by 20 points rather than 10 like they're doing now or whatever. So, I don't know, man. I can't see it.
I'll tell you this, though, guys. Dusan Vlahovic is the most clinical out of all the strikers that we have been linked to. Dusan Vlahovic is the most lethal, the highest goal scorer, the most clinical over the past couple of years. He has the most goals than any striker we've been linked to. Out of him, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Isak, Jonathan David, he's the most clinical. So that is why a lot of people like him. But also, he has the least when it comes to what do you call it? Build-up play, playmaking, assists. In comparison to Isak, he doesn't hold up the ball as much as Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He might be scoring the most goals, but he has deficiencies elsewhere. So do you want to buy the most prolific striker, or do you want to buy the striker that has the whole package? Sahal, you there?
Bro, I said this before with even Isak. I said this before. We need to. Do I rate this? I'm not sure about him. I don't know much about him. But what I said previously, I want players that are young, hungry, and a bit cheaper than these guys. Because if we buy one of these players and they flop, that's it for us. 75 million. We've seen what happened with Pepe. They're gonna be here way too long. They're gonna be on the bench.
We can't get rid of them. Was a scam, though, man. That was
even these guys. Yeah, Dusan has been on. He has only about 2 good seasons as well. So if you're gonna say the same thing about Nicolas Pepe, you have to say the same thing about Dusan. He had only about 2 good seasons. What's it called? Isak. He's not a prolific goal scorer. DCL just came back from a major injury. So you look at the strikers that we all been linked to, right? They all got a bit of a problem. So I would buy strikers that are a bit younger, right?
No, who? You gotta get names. Don't give us profiles. Give us names.
No. I don't know the names. I will do research for you, but I'll give you the profile, right? Young, hungry players that we just like we did with Ramsdale. No one wanted Ramsdale. Even I can not be a hypocrite. I didn't want Ramsdale. No one really wanted Ramsdale. But see what happened with Ramsdale. So we need to repeat that.
I wanted him. Sorry, I wanted him.
Thank you. It's not that.
Stop it, man. Stop it.
For me personally, I'll say about the Ramsdale.
No, I have to tell you, I wanted him, bro.
I wanted if it was between Onana and Ramsdale, I wanted them to pick Onana because of the money we'd save. But I wasn't upset about us signing Ramsdale personally.
Okay, but you know what?
I get what you mean, though. As a fan base, we weren't happy overall. I get.
One second, let's get Vincent's take. Vincent, what do you think about this whole striker situation? Do you want Vlahovic?
Actually, Vlahovic is a prolific striker. He's very, very good in scoring goals. But what I don't like in a striker, I need a striker that is very, very complete, that is mobile. I don't need a striker that does only one thing. You know, he can only score goals. He can't dribble. In link up plays, hold up plays, he can't do it. So I need all-round striker. Calvert-Lewin, I love him. He's a striker I will actually pick. if I should pick that Cavalier, I will pick him.
So
Yeah, he's
Dominic
very quick.
Calvert-Lewin's the one for you.
Yeah, he's the one for me, to be honest.
Okay. I seen you make a face, Englishman. Why?
I don't know, this Dominic Calvert-Lewin thing just it doesn't work well with me. I don't like it personally. Like if I had to pick between the English centre forwards we've been linked with, I'd pick Ollie Watkins over Dominic Calvert-Lewin personally. He's an Arsenal boy as well, and I like that thing of playing for the club you support. It gives a different feeling, man. Definitely gives a different feeling. I'd pick him over Ollie, but the striker I actually want. You might say I'm biased, or as the AFCON is coming up, I want Osimhen. That's the guy I want. That's the guy. That guy right
My
there.
brother. My brother.
He did get everything though. He's
He
can finish, good in the air. He's quick as well. Like, I had the chance to watch him up close and personal.
Aggressive.
Very aggressive player, man. Really good player. That's who we should go in for it.
Let me just show you guys Dominic Calvert-Lewin's statistics.
Please.
So quickly, just to let you know, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, his actual passing stats are pretty bad. Like in comparison to Isak. Let me just see. Let me compare. How do you compare players? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys this. This is Dominic Calvert-Lewin's statistics, right? This is Dominic Calvert-Lewin's statistics when it comes to his gameplay, right? So you have his defensive outputs are pretty high. His goals, he's actually pretty low. Like he's in one of the lowest percentiles per 90 minutes in comparison to the other guys when it comes to scoring goals. Like he's not that prolific at all, right? When we look at in comparison to some of the other guys that we look at. Now let's look at Isak. Alexander Isak in comparison, if you guys see Alexander Isak, that was Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Now this is Isak. Isak is way more prolific and way more creative. If you can see the green arrows, hidden dribbling, progressive passes, non-penalty goals, overall the total shots, his ability to create assists, ability to create his own shot, like he's a lot better overall, right? As you can see in comparison to that. Now, who else is there? People are saying Jonathan David, right?
Yeah.
Jonathan David. But let's see what he has to offer. Now, Jonathan David, wow, surprisingly, statistically, he is just up there with the goals also. He's doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good. Jonathan David, his statistics are impressive also. If you look, he's up there with goals this season, passing, creating, dribbling. He's not as high as some of the other things, but progressive passes, progressive carries, pass completion, he's up there. Goals, he's up there this season, and he's also doing the defensive output. Now, from what this tells you statistically, it tells you that Isak and Alexander are clear of Dominic Calvert-Lewin. But then the final thing, there's Dusan Vlahovic. He is surprisingly very good in one category. Everything else he pales in comparison. The final person to show you guys. Azan, the link is at the top. Azan saying there's no link. What do you mean there's no link? Let me get that link to you, Azan. But yeah, so that's Dusan. Do you see the difference between the three different players in their profiles? You can that gives you a little grand scheme of the profiles of players. So we have Dusan Vlahovic, who's more like a Zlatan, taller build, bigger build, but mostly just goals. You don't really have to. He doesn't focus on his all-around game. You have Jonathan David and Isak, who are more playmaking strikers, but I would say Jonathan David's more of a poacher than a playmaker. Isak is more of the playmaker, and DCL, who's an old-fashioned target man, who's also a poacher. So those are the four types of strikers we're looking at. But yeah, Azan, I put the link in again. Let me just go to some of these comments before I go. So for the four strikers, I want you guys to pick which one you would want. I know you said Dominic Calvert-Lewin already, but yeah, we're going to get on to that. January is too expensive and short to do big business. I hear that. We need to sign. What? We must not sign Isak because he will flop. Interesting. I think it's a sly way to avoid FFP if he goes to Saudi, uh, and then will go to Saudi, then loan to Newcastle.
I think that's the
Interesting.
Auba situation. That's a weird one.
That's weird. Egal, did you get an apology from Terry? Yeah, he said he apologized on stream. He'll leave Arsenal. What? And he'll play a percentage of his wages on loan. Yeah, they're talking about the Aubameyang situation still. Aslan in the house. Ramsdale captain. I do not want Ramsdale as captain because he cannot go to the referee when there's decisions that need to be spoken to the referee about. As your captain, you want your captain on the inside the pitch, on the pitch, so he can go to the referee and voice his opinion. Right? Do I think DCL would fit with the young English core? Yeah, definitely he would fit. But is he the one that we want? I don't know. I remember considering in the league. Okay, you got Man United losing their head. Yeah, I did. I definitely did. Anyways, guys, for me, it's Alexander. It's Alexander Isak is my guy. That's the guy I want. That's the guy I'm rolling with. My East African brother. Maybe it's that. But I want him. I want him at Arsenal. I think he would do really, really well, and I think he'd be. And he's already played with Odegaard. He's been Odegaard's teammate in the past. I just rewatched the game that they had against Osasuna, Real Sociedad versus Osasuna in the cup, just last year, or just the year before, 2 years ago, and he was breathtaking. Him and Odegaard. Odegaard got a goal and an assist that game, and Isak got one goal. It was amazing. But yeah, I'm gonna go to you, Vincent. What are you saying?
Actually, I still go with Cavallero. The reason why I'm going with him,
Vincent,
is because he does what Lacazette.
Does he?
The way Lacazette holds up play and link up with the midfield and the flank is what Cavallero does. And I want a striker that.
Let me stop you. But is Calvin Lewin going to go into the midfield and play DM like Lacazette does?
I think if the coach wants him to do that, I think he can adapt. It's all about what the coach wants.
No one can play Yash ball like Lacazette, so he always uses his Yash to.
Yeah, I understand. So it's all about the system. It's all about the system the coach is playing with the striker. If the coach wants him to play that, if the coach wants him to do what Lacazette does, I think he can adapt to it. He watches Arsenal, so if coming to Arsenal, he will know what the coach would demand from him. And what I need is a striker that will be getting into the end of all these crosses Kylian will be given. I need a striker that will be scoring goals with his head.
I hear that. There's definitely a lot of logic to that sense. Azan, what are you saying, bro?
Yes, people. Big up, big up. Good morning to everyone in the chat, everyone on the panel.
Good morning, bro. So we're chatting about some of the stuff going on around Arsenal, and we're just talking right now about Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Jonathan David, Alexander Isak, and finally, who was it? Vlahovic. So who would you take?
Bro, you know who I would take. It's got to be Dusan Vlahovic all day, every day. Yeah. For me, that guy is doing bits right now in Italy. A lot of people said, okay, last season for the young age that he's at, he's currently 21. End of this month, he's going to be turning 22. But last season, the guy was on fire. Yes, that was his most prolific season to date. But he's continuing on that form this season as well. Yes, he's going to cost quite a bit of money, but not anything near, I believe, what Isak is going to cost. And also, look, let's not forget,
you've
got a player on loan at Fiorentina in Lucas Torreira. So if we could use that as a make weight bargaining chip in that deal, it makes perfect business sense.
You believe
now,
that we can get Vlahovic for cheaper than Isak, for real?
Well, Isak's release clause is around 90 million euro. I think it's 90 million euros. So, I mean, depending on the day of the exchange rate, it's around the mid 70 mark in pounds. So Vlahovic, he's got 18 months left on his deal. Like, out of all of the strikers that you guys have spoken about, they're all around the similar ages. Well, apart from DCL, but like the likes of like Jonathan David, Isak, and Vlahovic, and I believe even Victor Osimhen. He's one of the youngest, and out of all of them, he's got the most less time remaining on their current deals at their respective clubs. So for me, it like the stars are aligning. We've got a player out there on loan in Torreira. It makes perfect business sense for me. Now, obviously, if we somehow sell Torreira to Fiorentina, that deal becomes permanent, and we don't sign Vlahovic, then my option number 2 is then Alexander Isak. Like, we have to get a striker in Jan, because if we leave it to the summer, there's going to be more interest in those strikers. And the moment when Arsenal go head to head, when they're interested with a specific player, when it comes to offering or putting money on the table in terms of transfer fee or what the contract package offers to that player, more time we lose out. So I don't want any of that risk or any of that chance becoming reality. We need to act now. Yes, where we are obviously in the Prem, at that 4th place, it's amazing. But I just feel if we make the necessary additions this month, it gives us a better percentage in chance in actually finishing 4th. And then for me, obviously, that is the objective of the season. That's us hitting the target. So yeah, man, look, my number 1 choice is Vlahovic. If we can't do him, then it's Isak. After Isak, honestly, look, there's a few other players there that you guys have spoken about. Like I said, that will be down to the manager. I'll leave that to the manager to decide who he wants for his system or who he feels is the perfect fit. But for me, it's a hard capital NO with an infinity amount of exclamation marks of DCL. I don't want that guy anywhere near my club. I do not want him anywhere near my club. That's the only player that I don't want. Anybody else, what you guys have suggested have all been, really good options. But for DCL, it's a no-no for me.
Vincent, no.
Why is it a categorical no for DCL?
Because he's not producing the numbers. He's never been a prolific striker. And look, I know. We discuss or have conversations about footballing ability. I mean, because this is the business that they're in. But for me, it's his off the pitch hobbies that I don't like. And what I mean by that is his, fashionista doing up modeling for all of these, fashion magazines, being on the cover of all these fashion magazines. Like, I don't want any part of that being associated to my club. For me, that would be the English version of Hector Bellerin 2.0. And I don't want that. So, and look,
even Aubameyang.
Yeah, so that's my reasoning. That's my reasoning for not wanting DCL. Anybody else, I would welcome with open arms. No problem.
Okay, people in the chat raising some good points. People saying Vlahovic. Say it again. If we get Vlahovic and a midfielder replacement for Xhaka, then guaranteed top 4. Vlahovic first point, second DCL, third Isak, lowest, loudest Jonathan David nonsense, says Dizzy. Iga, you need to organize an AFCON related stream. If you haven't seen, Dizzy, I did do an AFCON related stream earlier today. I did a fantasy AFCON stream. I did not know who the hell each player was. I was just doing random shit. But yeah,
Check out our show later, bro.
That's your specialty, bro.
Yeah.
You guys are in Africa, right? So
Yeah,
we
man.
got one guy in
Vegas.
Tunisia, one guy in Nigeria, right? Then we
International out
got
here.
Alexander Isak and Vlahovic. Isak. Sohal, who's your guy? Who you signing? If you had one
Bro,
choice, who you sign?
out of the guys, this is a controversial one. I'm taking David, man, over them. Or I wanted DCL, but he came back from an injury recently. So it will take time for him, and he's gonna cost the English tax.
English tax.
So I know Davis is the best presser as well. So I think we can. Arteta and these guys can develop his game into that Lacazette role, and I think he can do it, man. He holds up the ball
course.
alrightly.
Of course.
He's not the
Of
best
course.
goal scorer out of the lot, but honestly, I think we can develop him into a good striker for Arsenal. So for me, it's DCL or David.
Wow.
Of course.
Do me a favor, guys. We got 68 people in the chat. Smash that like button right now. Every single one of you guys hit that like button.
DCL,
Help the channel 10
DCL
times.
all day long.
And also, there's a vote who you want. Englishman, who you going for?
I want to say, first of all, I would have not minded Isak if this was summer, because I believe he's the type of player that needs a pre-season for him to hit the ground running. I don't think coming in halfway through the season, and he's still a little bit flimsy physically. So I believe with a pre-season behind him, he would have been
But he's
good
6'4". He's gonna get into it.
But lanky-wise, isn't it? He still needs to fill out in terms of his body. And I think if he's coming at the beginning of the summer, we got a little bit more time to build that up. But with that being said, we definitely need to get a striker in January. I would go with, I'm going to throw in a curveball as well. Out of the names that you've said, I'd probably go with Vlahovic because, again, I think Vincent was talking about it. He allows players like Saka and Tierney to take advantage of how good their crosses are. If you see, we have some great crosses of the ball in the team, but they're kind of wasted. They're crossing them into nobody. Someone like Vlahovic is someone who would definitely get on the end of crosses. His hold-up play is not as good as Lacazette's, but he makes that up with goals. I think he's more prolific a striker than Lacazette. And as someone said in the comment section, you don't want your striker to be playing DM or left wing back anyway, like Laka does, even though he provides a lot of link-up play to the team. And my curveball player would be, if not Vlahovic, you guys don't kill me. I'm just the messenger, right? I'd say Ivan Toney, guys. And the reason why, let me land. I believe because with better service, he scores more goals. He's physical. He doesn't respect a single defender in the Premier League. And I believe he was kind of marketing himself for a move to Arsenal earlier on in the season after he had such a good game against us. He said Arsenal won't be good until they sign a striker. Weird face. So
I guess he was wrong because we still haven't signed a striker and we're pretty good right now. But yeah,
that's a Nigerian business idea.
Yeah,
so there you go. Now. People in the comment section saying Odegaard and Isak would make good chemistry. Isak is attacking Wan-Bissaka. What?
Is an attacking. I don't even know.
Isak is an attacking. He's an attacking Aaron Wan-Bissaka awkward when dribbling.
I don't know if you've watched him. Compare him to Aaron Wan-Bissaka is ridiculous.
Please let us know what you meant, bro. Please let us know what you
lads, I can't. Why can't we go in for Haaland?
If hilarious.
I don't know if we can get Haaland, but that would. The thing is, Haaland has the biggest clubs in the world after him. I think he's probably going to go for a Man City move. That's the move he's going to go for. I don't
bro, I sorry, I remembered something yesterday. Yesterday when we were watching Manchester United match, one Arab man here nearly smashed the television because of one Bisaka.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Moving on from that, guys, quickly. I'm just gonna move this on to the next topic, the final topic of the day. Gini Wijnaldum to Arsenal on loan. The rumor is Arsenal will be taking Gini Wijnaldum on loan from PSG. The rumor is Arteta and Arsenal are considering bringing Gini Wijnaldum in as cover for for our players that have left for AFCON. I know it's ridiculous to bring them in as cover now that these guys have already left, but they're thinking to bring them in the January window and have them for the rest of the year until the season ends. We will not have to pay his full wages. PSG will subsidize some of his wages, we'll pay partial, and we'll pay a loan fee. So that is basically what we're going to be doing. If it does happen, would you consider thinking this is a good move by Arsenal or is this a bad move by Arsenal? Gini Wijnaldum to Arsenal. Is it a good idea or is it a bad idea? Let me know, because we need midfield cover. He's 30-something years old. He's not getting game time at PSG. He already knows the league. He would come in immediately and be good cover for us since Ainsley Maitland-Niles is leaving. He's an upgrade on Ainsley Maitland-Niles. He gets goals in the midfield. He already knows how to control midfield. He's played in the Champions League. He's played at the top level. He's not a risk, and he's only playing for 6 months. We're not buying him. He's just a loan. What do you guys think?
No brainer. Absolute no brainer, bro. No brain. Like, I wanted him in the summer, to be honest. Like, he's one of those players, like, I like players that keep it simple and don't lose the ball. Wijnaldum, if you watch him, he does not lose the ball, bro. He's so intelligent with his movement. And as you said, all the experience he has, the trophies he's won, the type of faith that his international coaches have in him. And he can get an important goal. He's a big game player, as we saw in the Barcelona game, came on with a brace to help Liverpool win that game 4-3. This one is a no-brainer. A loan for 6 months. Like, we don't even have to commit. Like, that one is a no-brainer. We signed Wijnaldum. We signed a striker. Top 4 guaranteed for me. But as is, if we go into February with the same squad, top 6 best for me.
Okay, Azan. Yeah. 1 second, Vincent. Azan, what are you saying?
Yeah, Gini Wijnaldum, I agree with the brother. On a 6-month deal with no obligation. Yeah, I'd bring him definitely. You know, I think it makes sense. He's at a good age, 30 years old, very experienced, and you know he's played at the very highest level. You know, prior to him being at PSG currently. So for me, yeah, it makes perfect sense. But at the same time, I do want to see another midfielder as a permanent signing. You know, because I don't want us to bring him in on a 6-month deal and then, depending on how he performs for us, and then, you know, make him our permanent sign from the summer. You know, I want us to have quality in depth now. I think Arteta deserves that because, you know, where he's got us at this halfway mark into the season, he needs that backing. He needs that support from the likes of Vinay and Edu in persuading everything, you know, to the best of the ability, what they can do to persuade Josh Kroenke to release the funds and back the manager. They have to do everything in their power. So, yeah, I mean, look, Wijnaldum, I have nothing bad to say, to be honest. I'd welcome it on a 6-month deal, no problem.
Okay, let me just read some of these comments. First things first, guys, like the video right now. Don't waste any time. Take this time right now that I'm saying this to smash that like button. It's absolutely free. It does not cost you a penny. Next, my guy SM says, I don't want Gini Wijnaldum. Get Bruno Guimaraes. Yes to Gini Wijnaldum, please. Good move. Always rated him, but I'll take him over I'll take him over Zachariah. That's for sure. I don't want. If we don't get Basuma, Kamara, or Sanchez, bring me Gini Wijnaldum. There you go. You see, you guys smash that like button. Look at what happens. More people come in. Keep smashing that like button. Help a brother out. Next, Renato Sanchez, Gini Wijnaldum for them. Loan. Yes, bro. It's a loan. No fucking brainer. I don't want to. I don't want him to join Arsenal. We need Bruno Guimaraes, guys. We can still get Bruno Guimaraes in the summer. We don't. We just might not get him now.
Need some cover.
That's
Yeah, we
what
just
it
need
is.
some cover.
No, but we can get him. No, but why can't we get him now, though? Look, I understand traditionally in the January window, you know,
We can.
signing one permanent player is pretty tough. Yeah, but again,
signing two is impossible.
Well, when it comes to Arsenal, yeah, like we haven't done that because again, we've gone from in recent times especially in the Emirates era, we've gone from two ends of the spectrum. Signing King Kalstrom with a broken back on a 6-month deal, but yeah, he scored that penalty en route to us winning that FA Cup that season. So spudding to him, and I'll shake his hand, no problem. To 4 years ago when we signed Auba, you know, we spent 60+ mil on Auba in January as well. So look, we have spent the money, and again, if we're bringing Wijnaldum on a loan, no transfer fee, so we can get Guimaraes. And look, obviously Kamara in that list there, in that comment just now. Now, obviously, he's running down his contract. End of the season, he's on a free. But where Olympique Lyon is in the league table, and where Olympique Lyon is in the table, I don't think Kamara is going to leave, or I don't think Olympique Marseille would want to move on Kamara at this stage of the season. Like, they're on course to securing a European spot. So I don't think they would want to get rid of him, or Kamara wouldn't want to push for a move to come to Arsenal. But Bruno Guimaraes, we can get him for what? At the end of this, he's got 2.5 years remaining. Like, we could easily pay 40 mil. And if we do bring him in, and that secures us the Champions League spot that we want for next season, bro, when we qualify, we get that fee. So automatically, that transfer is being paid for. So again, like, I don't know, like, look, I know it's wishful thinking.
Yeah,
I know
you know our club now. You know what we're
I know me speaking like this, I'm coming from an idealistic angle, but this is the sort of stuff that we need to start manifesting. Because again, just like the summer window, that was a blockbuster movie. At this halfway point, the way those 6 signings have come in, it's a successful first movie in this 3-movie trilogy franchise. This is the sequel now, January. January is the sequel. And then the summer window is the finale to that trilogy.
Finale, yeah.
Because these next 2 windows ahead are vital and crucial, bro. It's important for the next, 3 to 5 years with this squad. So,
yeah, the sequels are never good.
No. It depends. Again, if we make the correct signings, the sequel will bang, bro. The sequel will bang.
Aslan, sequels are always bad or critically acclaimed.
That's incorrect.
That's incorrect.
That's incorrect.
Can you name one good sequel?
Fast and Furious.
Nah,
they've got better.
Brother, Godfather Part 2. You telling me?
Go on. Tell me. That, yeah.
Classic.
I've never watched it.
Guys. That's on you, my bro.
That's your homework today.
After this stream ends, go watch it.
Do me a favor. Sahal's next, guys. Let Sahal speak.
Yeah, let me say this. Look, I actually crazily enough, I completely and utterly agree with AK on this one. Look, I tell you why, right? Think about it in this way, right? If we get Gini, this is such an Arsenal thing to do, right? We get Gini for a loan for 6 months. And then in the summer, we will buy him. I am terrified we do such a thing, right? So I don't want... I would love to have Gini in the squad, but I know these guys, they will do something stupid, like sign him on a long-term deal. I don't want Gini anywhere near. I'm scared, right? And that's why I honestly rather prefer if we do something that we don't usually do. And AK was saying, we have learned our lessons. We should learn our lessons of the previous years and years. What did we do this summer? We did something different. And guess what? It worked. Let's do something different this January. Let's be a big club. there are about a dozen names, right? There are 6 months left on their contract. You don't have to buy Kamara. You don't have to buy one of these men, right? There's about a laundry list of players with 6 months left. You go to these guys' clubs, right? You say, you know what? He got 6 months left. I can sign him on the free, but I'm not gonna be like this to you. You give us him early, we give you 10 to 50 million for him. Simple as. Make business, bro. It's easy. Go to these clubs. There's about a laundry list. You go crazy. There's about 30 names that could improve our squad. There's so many names. You'd be shocked. Kamara. There's foreign grits. There's so many players that could improve us.
But don't you think it's a good
drastically.
idea to? Don't you think it's a good idea to bring a genie in for like the experience of us?
No. I tell you, no. If he would help, he would help. But my fear of him being bought is transcends his anything that he can help. If they say we can't sign him and they guarantee me we will not sign him, then yes. But unfortunately, I honestly think if we bring Gini in the squad, he will stay. We will buy him. We do something stupid. We give him a 3-year contract. We will do some. We need to stay to what we did. Buy young, hungry players, and that's what I want in this squad.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Yeah. So let's say like summer, end of summer, this summer coming. Going into next season, our central midfield options are Partey, Wijnaldum, Lokonga, and Guimaraes. Those are our central midfield options. Are you not happy with that?
With Gini, the problem
I'm only not happy with Gini if he's the one that replaces.
No. Let me tell you in this way. Let me tell you in this way, right? Gini and Partey are both above 28, and Shaka, we don't rate Shaka. So that's what I'm trying to say. So what we need to do,
that's why I didn't mention it,
is that this is why we need to go do something similar as we did last summer. Buy some young players, buy some hungry players. Gini, I would love him in the squad, but don't buy him for God. Just leave him. Just let him go. Get Bruno Gomes. Get one of these, man. There's so many players I can say that we are linked with, especially in the midfield area, that can improve us. Frankie de Jong is available. Awar is still of it. So many players that we can get improve us. Look, that's it doesn't matter who it is, right? But I'm just saying,
he's dead.
We need to improve look our bench, my friend. There's about 6 players leaving, or not good enough, right? Auba, Laka, we've been saying for this year they ain't good enough. And then Shaka ain't good enough. Chambers ain't good. We got so many players leaving, right? We need to get players, and I want this club to move now in order to fix our problems in the summer. Because if we don't fix it now, we're just kicking the can down the road. We're saying, you know what, we solve the problems down the road. Don't worry about it. Eventually, it's gonna catch up on us. We need to do something now in order to secure top 4. We got a chance once in a lifetime. United, right? Let's be honest, right? We all expected United to walk away with the top 4. Let's be honest, right? Majority of us, right? We didn't even. No, majority. No, I'm just majority of people, right? Not everyone. I'm saying majority of the people to United
fan base, not
come on, man. Okay, even you have to admit, majority of the people even if they're not going to win the league, they want to get top 4 easily enough, right? Especially Oli, you got top 4 year in year out. We all thought most likely this occur, right? So this is an unseen opportunity for us, right? We got opportunity. We're in pole position. Tottenham are catching up, yes, but we're still in pole position. We can't screw this up. It's on us now. Let's not do the stupid thing we did year in year out and fail our own season, kill ourselves. Let's not do it. 2 players and we got it.
You would be upset if we got Gini in January and then signed him first. Let's say if we got this scenario, we signed Gini in January, and then we sign Guimaraes in the summer, but we end up signing them both on a permanent deal. Wouldn't you like that?
No, I'll be upset because I don't want Gini anywhere near. On a
No,
permanent
but
basis.
again, we need to
Nowhere near.
add context to that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, look,
There's no context. There's no context needed.
it's a no-brainer from January to the end of the season. No problem. Yeah, I got no qualms about that whatsoever. Yeah, he's a quality player, and even with the crop of midfielders that we have currently within this squad, apart from Partey, yes, obviously in the 18 months that he's been here, to date, that unfortunate defeat to City the other day, that was his best performance for me. Right. He played out of his skin. That's the Partey that I know from Atletico Madrid, and I know that's the level that he can play consistently moving forward. However, he doesn't have the quality in teammates around him, right? And bringing someone like Wijnaldum makes sense, but again, I want to see that period from when we bring him in, if we were to bring him in January, to the end of the season. And look, he's 30 years old, but as far as I remember, he's never been plagued with long-term injuries. He looks after himself. Regularly. He's a very fit player, fit and healthy player. Intelligent player too. And in the summer, again, let's not forget, like, do we know how long his original contract was when he moved to PSG? Because he moved there for free, one, and two, his wage at PSG is ridiculous. Let's be real. He was en route to Barca. As soon as PSG came with a better contract offer, man took the money. Do you know what I'm saying? So again, that's what we need to review. Like, speaking about it now, what we're looking to do with him in the summer, we shouldn't really be having this discussion. For the short term, like I said, it's a no-brainer. I'd welcome it, no problem. But look, let's not forget, El Nene, at the end of the season, his contract is gone. Yeah, that's one out-and-out defensive midfielder. We've got a defensive midfielder in Torreira, potentially making his loan move signing permanent at Fiorentina. That's 2 DMs gone, right? Now Ainsley Maitland-Niles, that's 3 midfielders gone. So we need all the cover. We need 2. Like, if we're getting Wijnaldum, I want another permanent. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. In summer,
right? In January as well.
Oh, because in January.
Because bro, we don't know how well Wijnaldum is going to do from if he does come to the end of the season. We don't. And again,
but that's the same about any player, bro. I'm more confident Wijnaldum will perform from January than Guimaraes, though.
Look, let's remove Wijnaldum out of the equation, right? Whatever, with 2 potential out and out DMs being gone in January and or definitely by the end of the season, we need a defensive midfielder. And for me, if we're not getting Basuma in the Premier League, the next 2 for me is either Boubacar Kamara or Bruno Guimaraes. That's my top 3 right there. Now, if we get Guimaraes in January, and again, he helps us qualify for the Champions League, helps us secure that 4th spot in the summer, we're going to need someone in a Wijnaldum profile as well, because he's not an out-and-out DM, is he? He's more of an 8.
Kind of,
he's more of an 8. So we need that profile of player in the summer. Or if we get Wijnaldum in January on loan, in the summer, we're going to need 2 midfielders anyway in a defensive midfield as an 8 and a 6.
I did to Dizzy.
So again, look, my point is, I'll just end it on this. We need to do as much as we possibly can in January to lighten the load in the summer. Because come summer, there's no international tournament. There's no excuse. But let's do what we can in January. That's what I want from our club.
Yeah. All I want is my camera to work. It's not. I'm trying to set this. I'm trying to set this.
Oh, you got a new camera, yeah?
I got a new camera. I'm trying to set it up. I got the HDMI and everything. I got it all connected, but I can't figure out how to fucking use it.
Well, bro, I mean, look, I don't know why you're doing it during the live stream. If anything, end the live stream and then
Yeah,
like, just put up a
later,
couple of videos on
Just
YouTube.
take the time,
and-
bro.
later you can take your time. You will know, figure out how to use it.
You know what? I'm somebody who's not patient. Anyways, shout out to all the people.
Unprofessional, we go. Unprofessional. Oh my god.
No. You guys are carrying the load today. I like it. You're carrying the team in the back.
He's moving like prime Kim Castro.
There you go. Vincent, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, I'm going to grab him with my two hands. You know, in fact, they should allow me go pick him from PSG to Arsenal right away. I just need him in that midfield. Honestly,
Okay.
I think he's a very good midfielder. He's very, very sticky in midfield. Yeah, I love him.
There you go. Solid. People in the chat. We got Mr. Bongo saying, "What's cooking, people?" Edna, what is the one? I don't think so, man.
Mr. Bungle, Igal's definitely not cooking because he's had a howler with his camera set up. So,
give respect to the man, Genie. You never walk alone.
yeah, so I'll give respect, bro.
Yo, Dizzy got so pissed. The disrespect is too much. Nah, I need to come on, you guys. Send the link, bro. You join the stream and then you cut. But yeah, anyways, that's enough for today, guys. You tell us what you guys think about those transfers, all the links and everything else that's been going along. Do me a favor, if you've watched up until this point, wait until the video is done and then leave a comment of which club you support so you can enter yourself into that shirt draw. For now, I leave you guys goodbye. Have yourself a wonderful day, and I'll be back maybe later tonight doing a Liverpool preview. But yeah, shout out to the man. Thank you guys, and you already know what it is. I'm out, guys. Peace out. And for you guys, thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. You got the notes in Englishman. Shout out your channel, bro.
You're welcome. Always,
One Touch TV, man. And if you want to check out some what's it called, AFCON content, I'm on later on tonight at 7:30. Big up, Igago. Great
There
content.
you go.
Where are you from in Nigeria?
I'm in Lagos right now.
Or which state are you from?
We'll do this. We'll do this after stream.
We'll do this
Stay
after
on
stream,
this
yeah,
morning
no
show,
worries.
we're going to be talking about a couple of
Okay.
transfers. But first, always bring in your Q&A questions as normal. We're going to be talking about Ainsley Maitland-Niles' move to Roma, and a certain David Ornstein has confirmed that this move is almost very likely to happen. Also, Arsenal are favorites for Isak. We're going to speak about Alexander Isak in a bit. We're also going to talk about Pierre-Emerick headed to